fellow book dragons. It's Alyssa. You're watching Pages in Ink. I know that usually around this time of the month, most people are putting up their like December TBRs. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm picturing the words. December's a weird month for me. I'm not a big fan of doing TBRs personally. I love watching them. I'm more of an emotional reader, so however I'm feeling tends to affect what I want to read. Especially if it's a book that I really, really like and I finish it, I want to read a book that has that same feel, and I kind of can't read anything else until I find a book that's like that. I also want to participate in the Christmas at Hogwarts readathon hosted by G over at Book Roast. I'll do a TBR for that one. And then also with the holidays, I know that I have several books on my Christmas list. Whatever I get is probably going to affect what I want to read that month as well. So a December TBR is just not happening this month. So instead I thought I would do something like what's in my book sleeve, like my current reads. I lug this thing around all the time. I need like 800 book sleeves. Currently I'm only reading about 3 books. That'll change. I have a potential 4th one that I might start. The first book I am reading is Elantras by Brandon Sanderson. It's no secret that Brandon Sanderson is a very hyped author, not only on BookTube, but just in general. Surprise, surprise, I go to a lot of Comic-Cons. His lines are always the longest lines. And everyone always talks about how much they love Brandon Sanderson. I haven't read any of his stuff. People starting out with Brandon Sanderson books, I usually hear about the Mistborn trilogy. I haven't seen a lot of reviews on Elantras, and I haven't heard a lot of people talking about it. It's his debut novel, so I thought I would start there before delving into anything else in his world. Elantras is about a city that was once full of magic and glory and beauty. Elantrians that wielded the magic were considered almost deities or godlike. About 10 years ago, Elantras fell and magic died, and no one knows why. They know that the people that used to have magic turned to basically like the living dead. Their skin, instead of glowing silver, became like splotchy gray. And now anyone who gets magic gets thrown into Elantras to rot out the rest of their days. So instead of the City of Glory, it's now the City of Sludge. I'm about 35% of the way done with this book. It's a slow burning novel for sure, but I like slow burning fantasy novels, and I really like the magical aspects because magic isn't dead, maybe. I also really like fantasies that have politics in them. I'm really enjoying this read. Let me know if you want me to do a review on it when I'm done. Like I said, I haven't seen a lot of reviews on this book, and I would love to share my thoughts on it. The second book on my What's in My Book Sleeve that I'm reading right now, books, that was a long sentence, is by Brandon Sanderson, and it's Skyward. So this just came out, I think it was November 6th. My fiance is currently reading this book and is obsessed with it. I'm only about 10 pages in. I only read the prologue, and I have to say it definitely has a Star Wars feel to it. Shocker, I love Star Wars. I grew up with Star Wars, and no matter how I feel about the latest Star Wars movies or the prequels, I will always love Star Wars. It has my heart, especially Ewoks, because I started watching Star Wars before I can remember. Brandon Sanderson has described this book as Dragon Riders, but with pilots and spaceships. Why wouldn't I pick this book up? This book follows Spensa. She wants to be a pilot. That's all she's ever wanted. Her dad is a disgraced pilot and a traitor to their people. That affects her everyday life, impacts her dream of being a pilot. Again, I'm only 10 pages in. I love that I'm reading 2 Brandon Sanderson novels because I'm a nerd. Hello. Everything about this book just screams hardcore, strong, awesome, Star Wars-y, fantasy, sci-fi, greatness book. I'm definitely doing a review on this when I'm done. I'm in a 4-person book club with my friends, and each month one of us gets to pick a book that we all have to read. My friend this month picked I'm pretty sure it's a children's book. I'm only about 2 pages in, and it's only 150 pages. It's called The Tiger Rising by Kate DiCamillo. It's a children's book. The author also wrote Because of Winn-Dixie and The Tale of Despero. All I know is that it's about a boy who moves to Florida. He's bullied in school. He's dealt with family tragedy. And then he befriends a tiger in the woods. If I finish these books before the readathon, I'm definitely going to pick up A Gathering of Shadows by V.E. Schwab. I read A Darker Shade of Magic, I think on Halloween, and I enjoyed it. I kind of felt like most of my questions were wrapped up. I felt like it was neatly tied up for me. Like I didn't have a super strong desire to like pick up and read the next book. But I've heard a lot of good things about this trilogy. I've also heard that it builds on itself. So like the second book builds on the first one and the third one builds on the second one, which intrigues me. I don't remember what I gave A Darker Shade of Magic as far as the star rating goes. I like V.E. Schwab's writing. I liked the characters ish. There was some characters that I couldn't really get into, but I did enjoy it. So I'm the kind of person, I will DNF a series or do not finish a series or a book if I'm not interested. I only have a short window each week that I can read, so I'm gonna read books that I want to read. But a trilogy I can get behind. I will get to this one if I finish the others before the readathon. So that's it for the books in my book sleeve that I am currently reading. Please let me know in the comments what books you're currently reading, your TBR. If you are participating or want to participate in any readathons this month. If you enjoyed this video or enjoy my dorky weirdness and my hand gestures, because I talk with my hands a lot, then don't forget to hit like, or even if you want to hit subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. And until next time, you guys have a wonderful day. Words. Calm down. Why are you so over the top?